We're on page 648.
Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song.
648.
Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Sing unto God a new song.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, so I think we've done this a couple of times, but this is like one of those kind of chants. Ahava Rabbah, great love. V'rachamim, compassion. Chesed, loving kindness. V'shalom, peace. So, just the Hebrew. Ahava Rabbah, So tonight we have Shabbat, right? We'll come light Shabbat candles. And after that, we move into Shalom Aleichem. So we start on page 120 doing the bracha, and then 142 for Shalom Aleichem. And then you're welcome to come and light a candle if you wish from the candles that will be lit. So.
Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik shel shalom.
142.
Malakei Hasharet, Malakei Elyon, Bimelech, Malakei Hamakim HaKadosh Baruch Hashalom, Malakei Hashalom, Malakei Elyon, Bimelech,
Indeed, Nefesh on 128. Okay. So the next piece, L'chadodi, is the piece where we think about welcoming the Shabbat bride. Page 138. Page 139, verse 5.
Shabbat
And please read the name. Shabbat Shalom. We're on page 144. And let me say, before we do the Chatzi Kaddish, which kind of like wraps up Kabbalat Shabbat, sort of like the beginning of our Shabbat service, that our beginning prayers are kind of warm-up prayers. That sort of sets the mood, sets the tone to really get us into sort of the Shabbos davening or the Shabbat praying. And if Hebrew is not your native tongue, natural language, please feel free to either read the lovely poetic English that is on the same page, or some prayer of your own heart. So the job tonight for each of us is to connect with the sacred. We're doing Parshat Kedoshim, actually it's double Parsha this week, but Parshat Kedoshim means holiness. So we work on connecting to that which is holy. Page 134. Yitgadol, Yitgadol, Shemema, Atiparach V'Kutei Yamlik Machutei, V'Mayek Ol Yomecha, U'Mayet Ol Beit Yisrael, U'Bizman Gari, V'Yiru Amen, Yeshua. Page 146. Top of 149 in the English. Together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of stars, creator of the time and light. You guide the current of day into night, as heaven spans to infinity. You set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Elohim Elohim. 150, Ahavat Olam. We are on page 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Echad Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם בלבניך, ודיברת בה, ושיתך ביתך, ומלאכתך בדרך, ושבתך וגומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידך, והיו תטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ותיתן את כל מצוותיי, ותנושיהם עליהם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. The bottom page. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take those instructions which I charge you to this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus ye shall remember to observe all my commandments, and to be holy with your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God.
Please be seated. So in the Vahapta, we see this little piece. Remember all my commandments and to be holy to your God. That's kind of the theme of tonight, Parshat Kedoshim, for holiness. We'll be talking more about that when we get to the Torah portion. Adonai Elohecha v'amet. Let's do page 157 at the top together. Standing on the parted shores of the stream, we
still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there, except by joining hands marching together.
Did I hear some comment from the gallery? Okay, you'll have an opportunity right after the drush, yeah? Mincha Mocha. This is celebrating our summer freedom.
Thank you. sing along, sing along, amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la la, ya la 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 ya la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la
That really is one of our happy songs. Yeah. Good choice. So, we're 161 at the bottom. In English, please. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter, soft on the shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, for our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporesu b'shalom aleinu, v'kol Yisrael, v'alu shalom. Page 162. So we turn to our central prayer on page 164. Please rise.
That my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Eloheinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor HaGvora, El Elyon, Kohen HaShitonim, V'Kohen HaKol, V'Zocher HaTzianim HaMot, V'Mevik V'Maladik Nevnekah, L'Am Shalom Le'am Ve'Ezer Mashiach Makin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'Sarah.
168.
Atah Gibor Adonai, V'Tayei Betim, Atah V'Moshiach, Borei Atah, V'Nakel Ha'arim, Ve'Akesed, V'Chayei Betim, Ve'Rachamim Rabim, Somer
Page 170. Hakakadosh, Shikakadosh, Ushikoyo, Baruch HaSelah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. 175. V'tenu Elokeinu v'ha'achad Yisrael. V'tegilatam le'achad t'kabel. V'tegil ratzon David, v'tan Yisrael v'kabel. Baruch atah Adonai, shalom alav v'yira alav. We take a moment for silent prayer. 176. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever pray. Baruch atah Adonai, atah shebarach Adonai Elohot. May be seated. Return to our prayer for peace, which doesn't happen to be in our books. Yerushalayim, Shalom Shalom, Yerushalayim, Shalom Shalom, Yerushalayim, Shalom Yerushalayim, beautiful. Pray for the peace of Israel, pray for the peace of Israel, pray for the peace of the whole wide world. The whole world shall live in peace. Shalom, salam, shalom, salam, shalom, salam. Yerushalayim, beautiful. Shalom, salam, shalom, salam, shalom, salam. Yerushalayim, say shalom. For the bottom of never enough prayers for this. Sorry, start over. Say shalom Tibroma. Say shalom Aleinu. All Yisrael. Tibru, Amen. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom Aleinu.
Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Yaakov Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Yaakov Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Yaakov Yisrael.
So we're moving into our Torah service, so page 362. If I could please ask Jonathan here, would you please come to the mark for us? And please carry Torah for us. Please rise. So this is the interesting from the Zohar piece that sometimes we do. Yisrael ve'oraita v'chudisha barechu chadu, and then Torah ora. So for our hakafot, that's the one that we'll do.
In the Volga, Elohim, Tamunai, Vengavasecha, Malchut, Malchut, Kolavim, Nefshataka, Makotor, Mahadur, Adonai, Melech, Adonai, Melech, Adonai, Yimor, Le'olam, Moed, Adonai, Mosla, Mogitin, Adonai, Lamed, Tavov, Shalom, Kadosh, Kadosh,
tonight we're going to do a group aliyah because this is like such a cool portion. It's hard to get away from like love your neighbor like yourself, right? Okay, it's right here. See in couple. Okay. So anyone who's interested in perhaps working on holiness for the coming month, the Bakasha, please make it aliyah. Ya'amod, do. We have. So anyone who's Jewish is certainly welcome to come up and work on this for the coming months. All right, so are you guys ready? Okay, so somebody. תשאבו בשמי לשקר ותהילתה את שם אלוהיך אני אדוני לא תעשוק את רגליך ולא תגזור לא תליג ולא תסחיר איתך עד בוקר לא תגלה לחרש ולפני עיוור לא תיתן מכשול יראת אלוהיך אני אדוני לא תעשו עוול במשפט לא תישא בני דם ולא תדר בני גדול בצדק תשפוט עמיתך לא תלך רגל דמך לא תעמוד אדם רעך אני אדוני לא תישא את אחיך בלבבך ובטח תוכיח את עמיתך לא תישא עליו חטא לא תקום ולא תדור את בני עמך ואהבת לרעך כמוך אני אדוני Actually, yeah, we're kind of on the page, so let's try the next page.
So we will read that momentarily, but in the meantime, we'll. In your vineyard, don't pick the undeveloped twigs, and in your vineyard, don't glean the fallen fruit. For the poor and the proselyte, you will feed them. I am Adonai your God. Don't steal, and don't deny falsely, and don't lie to your fellow. Don't swear in my name and lie, and thus desecrate the name of your God. I am Adonai. Don't cheat your fellow, and don't rob. Don't keep the workers' wages overnight until morning. Don't curse the deaf, and before the blind don't place a stumbling block. You will fear your God, for I am Adonai. Don't pervert justice, and don't favor the poor, and don't favor or honor the great. With justice you will judge your fellow. Don't peddle gossip with your people, and don't stand idly by the blood of your neighbor. I am Adonai. Don't hate your brother in your heart. You will surely reprove your fellow, and don't carry a sin because of him. Don't take revenge, and don't carry a grudge before the children of your people. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am Adonai. So all of you came up for blessings, yeah? Because this is the Torah, and this is what we do, yeah? We come up for blessings. So may the Holy One bless each of you in the coming month, that you may study and learn and grow and experience holiness. And let us say, Amen. So Joshua, come on. Okay, so this is the piece. There's a lot more to Kedoshim, which is Leviticus chapter 19, but we're just going to, again, read what we read for God's Son with regard to Torah. So, don't pick unripe or fallen fruit from your vineyard. You're supposed to leave it for the poor. I am Hashem, I am Adonai your God. Don't steal, lie, or swear falsely, desecrating the name of your God, Hashem. Don't cheat nor rob your fellow. For workers' wages, you've got to pay them on the day where they do the labor. You can't keep their money, right? You've got to pay them when they do it. Don't curse the deaf. You're a stumbling block before the blind. Stumbling block before the blind has a lot of implications, not just literally putting a stumbling block before someone who's blind. But the rabbis have extrapolated this much further. So if anyone is unaware, you're selling something, and yet you're not being completely honest about the product that you're selling, you're placing a stumbling block before the blind, right? Unless you reveal what the issues are that you're selling. So, don't pervert justice, favoring the poor nor honoring the great. Judge your fellow with righteousness. Don't be a gossiper. This is one of the more difficult pieces, perhaps, of Torah, right? Don't say anything negative about somebody, even if it's true.
That's what the rabbi says. And trust me, it's certainly not the easiest, but that's how our sages have interpreted it. So if you want to really work on that one, I've for the last probably 5 years gotten the Chofetz Chaim's daily email for learning how not only to keep your mouth shut, but to really work on not saying anything negative about someone else. It really requires quite a bit of effort and discipline. So something that we could perhaps always work on. There's that old story about the guy who came to the Rebbe and said, I said something negative, what can I do? I have this terrible situation and I really kind of blew it. And so the rabbi said, okay, so go get a feather pillow. Go take it on top of the pillow and scatter the feathers of the goat. So this chassid, this disciple did it. He came back and he said, Rebbe, I did it. I scattered those feathers in the wind. Yeah. He said, okay, now go to I teach you. Because that's what happens when we gossip, when we say negative things. Okay, so don't stand by while someone's blood is shed. Also relating to gossip. So if someone else, the rabbis have expanded the interpretation. So if you hear gossip and you hear someone being, just really negatively talked about, you have a job, a duty to stand up and say, wait, stop. Don't hate your brother in your heart. Wow, does this mean that God knows what I'm thinking? Okay, so you really have to clean all that stuff out. Here we are in the period of the Oneg, which is the opportunity every single day to look at a little different aspect of ourselves. So don't hate your brother in your heart. Reprove your fellow, don't bear sin because of him, don't be vengeful nor bear a grudge. All the New Testament. But perhaps the bottom line, love your fellow as yourself. Yeah, love my neighbor as myself? Really? All right, before we move on to the drash, and while Torah is out, we have an opportunity for prayers for healing. I don't know if you've read the newsletter, but there's a gentleman by the name of Andy Vargas who is at North Tahoe Hebrew Congregation. He's in need of a bone marrow match. And there's an opportunity to do a cheek swab to see if one is a match. He's certainly in need of healing. Jack Morris, Jean Murphy, and there may be additional folks.
I mean, yeah.
Donald Waller.
Herb Blank, Wilbur Gallius.
Susanna.
Scott Farm.
And Julia. Scott. And perhaps there is something we keep in our hearts. We're on page 371. We should
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mished Berak Imotenu Kor Abraham Lemoteinu, bless those in need of healing with refuah Shema.
know that Steve is barber having an anniversary celebration. Yay! Also 12. Oh, somebody else is having a birthday. Robinson's got a birthday. Oh, yes, it's true. Okay, so. So, Yom Holadet Sameach, Yom Holadet Sameach, Yom Holadet Sameach, Yom Holadet Sameach. So, many blessings to each of you on this next year of your lives, and most awesome spiritual journey. Shabbat. Let's see. We have a couple who are going to give me this. Katie and Beth, would you help please open the ark and move it to our ark? Please rise. Hallelujah, Shema Adonai, Yizkach Shemo Levatahu, Odol Haleretz, B'Shamayim, V'Yarem Kerem Le'anu, Tehila L'Kol Chasita, L'Bnei Yisrael, Ha'Kevod. Hallelujah, hallelujah, it's time Please be seated. Okay, so what does this mean to love your neighbor as yourself? According to Maimonides, Rambam, when did he live? Good. Late 1100s, early 1200s, good. And he said in the Laws of Council, or Hilchot Be'od, a mitzvah for every human to love everyone. Of course, in his day, he said for Israel. Certainly, we tend to expand it these days. As he or she loves his own body. So you've got to love this other person as you would love your own self, including be loving to your neighbor like yourself. Rambam says you must sing his praises. You have to be concerned for their financial well-being as much as your own. Concerned for their honor as you would for yourself. Anyone who aggrandizes themselves at the expense of another, according to Rambam, has no portion in the world to come. So yeah, love your neighbor as yourself. The RE. Who was the RE?
Here.
That's true. We do have RE. Fair enough. And thank you for that. Anybody remember the one from the 1500s? Oh yeah. 1500s where he lived? Oh, you know what? That happens every single time, doesn't it? Robinson. There's something about this time period about this. And I'm so glad that I'm making sure that I don't have any extra stuff that I don't need. kind of like, going to a mikvah prior to Shabbos. This might be the computer. I try not to get wet. All right, so the Ari, who lived in the 1500s in Sfat, said the prerequisite to prayer is this: to love your fellow as yourself. I accept upon myself the mitzvah aseh, the positive mitzvah of v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. It's a prerequisite to connecting with the body. Somehow, when you've got these issues that are outstanding, and someone that's like in your life that's creating misery, right? You're not getting along right. The Ari would say you need to clean all that up before you connect, because sometimes it's hard to connect when you've got something weighing on your heart. Oh yeah, love your neighbor. Yeah, really, really, really love your neighbor as yourself. So the bedtime Shema, this is what it says. Master of the universe, I hereby forgive anyone who has angered or vexed me or sinned against me, either physically or financially, against my honor or anything else that is mine, whether accidentally or intentionally, inadvertently or deliberately, by speech or by deed, in this incarnation or in any other. May no one be punished on my account. And this is where we get often these things. May the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable before you, Lord, my strength and my redeemer. So, cleaning it up before you sleep at night. There's a practice, a Musar practice, which is called Hashvan HaNefesh, and we've talked about that a few times, which is taking an accounting before you go to sleep at night. Okay, what did I do today? Was there something I could have or should have done better? Or should I have been nicer to that grocery store clerk? Should I have been more nice to the person who is at the Walmart customer service counter? Whatever it is, right? I mean, there's always something, right? There's something to work on. At the bedtime Shema, we look at our whole day and we try to do the best we can. Seriously, that's our job, right? It's that Jewish technology, spiritual technology. Okay, so, and perhaps another look at this, another glimpse, besides just us and an individual. Okay, that's us and an individual. What about us and an organization? Us and a corporation? So this comes from the bond, 5 ways to bring fairness to life. Stand for integrity, honesty, and trust, and mutual benefit. Let your actions, not just your words, declare the desire for fairness. Choose solutions good for you and good for every group with which you are involved. It's interesting, one of the things that I did this a couple of days ago was it's the National Day of Prayer, typically a very right-wing Christian kind of group, and they invite someone from the Jewish faith to do a prayer. So my job was this year and the previous to pray for business, general business. So National Day of Prayer is going on all across the country, and praying for businesses, a whole other way of looking at our neighbor. So, in general, if you disagree, seek collaboration, not competition. We've talked about that in our board meetings, using that blue water strategy, not red water competition. Blue water strategy is the one which speaks to having a unique niche as opposed to being in competition, if that's an issue in your business. Support organizations and policies that value transparency and fairness above profit. Refuse to support anyone that engages in cheating or deliberate harm to competitors. Refuse to engage in activity at another's expense. Stop rewarding practices that are unfair or encourage unfair advantage. Wow, there's a lot of work to this, loving your neighbors yourself. Whatever we're up to, whether it's relational with another individual or relational with a business. Okay. So, thoughts? The people who stood up here for holiness, we have a picture. Comment? Yeah.
Well, you're looking at it, how can you ask God to forgive you if you're not willing to forgive everybody? I mean, it's like, if you're asking for forgiveness, but your heart is so, hard that you can't forgive others. It's kind of where you are before the kid.
Exactly like that, right?
Have to first, one's between you and God, but between you and them.
Exactly. Those are the elements and the pieces of tshuva. Tshuva is not the easiest, We want to tell other people how to do tshuva. Here, you need to do this, this, and this, and then I'll be okay with you. It doesn't always work exactly like that. So, yeah.
Maybe some of your name
The path of holiness specifically, yeah. So, being holy. It's hard work. It's not easy work. But that's kind of like gives us a whole lifetime to do it, right? Or at least one lifetime to do it. Maybe not. Somebody else?
I want to say, reading the Tunisian Jewish literacy, the author was emphasizing, I want to say Rashi, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, he was emphasizing that there's no tolerance.
Toloshin's books are really awesome, especially like his whole ethics. So, yeah. And morality is kind of a bottom line to that work on holiness. Because you don't steal pens from the office, that's just like a beginning piece of how to be holy. So having a good moral compass is a good start, but there's a lot more to it. A lot more work on it. Yeah.
On the lighter side, I'm really glad you brought up one word. I really have a hard time waiting in line customer service depending on how we dress.
You're talking about those emails. Okay. All right. So now we're back to that one about the Shmirat HaLashon. Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay. The dog's gonna hold them till later. I'm sure I'm gonna get an email or phone call later. Okay. Okay. So we're at 570. This is line up. Okay, 570. So we're at that period of counting the Omer. Counting the Omer occurs between the second day of
Passover
and
Shabbat.
Okay. And
Today's the 28th.
well, we can't do that yet, right? Yeah, we have 6 months. So 570.
And I'm ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat ha'omer. Hayom shmona ve'esrim yom shehem arba'a shavuot la'omer. Today is the 28th day, which is 4 weeks of the Omer.
Okay, so and today we have a particular section we're working on. What does counting the Omer mean? I mean, why do we do it?
Well, counting the Omer, between the second day of Passover and Shavuot, where we have each day has different traits that we try to better ourselves using. So, for example, today is Malchut Shebemitzvah, which is nobility and endurance, and this is teaching us how to remain noble and endurance and stuff. And we have different traits like that in each day of the Omer.
Okay, do you want to read this next section?
Sure. When faced with hardships, do I behave like a king or queen, confident in my God, given strength, or shrivel in fear?
Okay, and good thoughts for us to kind of look at. This is from Rabbi Simon Jacobson's Meaningful Life. And let's see.
So our task for today is to fight for a dignified cause.
Good job, Good job. You know, it's been a few years, but I actually gave a drash, because I'd been asked to do it on the Omer in a shul, and they said, but Rabbi, we're Reformed Jews and we don't do that. And I said, but wait a second, you know, now with this new Mishkan Tefillah, yes, it's true. It's very cool. I mean, I think that there's so many practices that, you know, there's depth and ritual and opportunities. So, at any rate, it was good. It was kind of interesting because I think we sometimes, you know, in our just Jewish method, which is kind of our tagline for Temple Beth, or look at maybe a broad spectrum of practice. And currently we do have, I was talking to someone earlier, we do use a Reform prayer book, although some of our practices may be conservative. And some of the stories may be from another vein of Judaism. But as Abraham Joshua Heschel said, nothing Jewish should be foreign to you. So that if someone's out there doing this practice, you know, let's learn about it and grow from it. So if you need any help with regard to Sfirat HaOmer, you want to talk about it, you want to email me, that's great. In our Talmud class, we were all jazzed because we found a free app for our iPhones on counting the Omer, and there's several versions of them, and it's very exciting. So, yeah, Talmud class tends to do that, right? Shroot on an app, yeah, anyway. Good stuff. We're at 586. I would like to ask Phil and Barbara to please come open our doors. Yes, both of you. Yes, yes. Or keep them. Please rise. We're on page 586. Page 591. You're on page 593. And as we turn the pages, we also turn our heart to remember those who have passed. Milton Glick, husband of Baby Glick, Alan Kaplan, Robert Levine, father of Barbara Reese, Albert Levine, father of David Levine. Dinah Kahn, mother-in-law of Ken Golden. Pauline Rosenberg, mother of Mark Rosenberg. Mary Miller Rowan, mother of Mark Rowan. Ida Friedlander, mother of Sandy Friedlander. John Robertson, father of Sarah Rose. Are there additional names to add to those?
Members of the United States Military Affairs Society.
And then also remember today, Beastie Boys, them. See? I'm Welsh, also brings them sleep. It's 47. It's really fun for kids. Let's read it from the passage. The light of life is a finite flame, like his Shabbat candles, like his kindle that burns its clothes. It is radiant with warmth and beauty, but soon fades its substance ceases, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flame stands, and our light burns down and others. There is an end to the flames. We see no more, and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair. We are more than ever, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move into the cycle of darkness and death, and life and life. Return to the cottage, page 508. Yitidal, Yitidal, Shemir, Allah, Tivra, Yutei, Yavlit, Mafutei. Chayikom, Yomekom, Chayet, Hobek, Israel. Ba'ala, Yisman, Harim, Yibru, Yesh, Me, Rabba, Levarat, Le'olah, Ulamei, Umayah. Yitbarach, Yishabat, Yitba'ar, Yitramah, Yitnaseh. Yitadar, Yitalem, Yitalal, Shmei, Yishah, Elah, Yikover, Kata, Shirata, Tushkata, Benefmata, Tavirat, Allah, Yibru, Yesh, Lama, Rabba, Min Shemaya. L'chaim aleinu me'akol Yisrael v'yibru amen. Oseh shalom v'yibru Hu yaseh shalom aleinu me'akol Yisrael v'yibru amen. Please be seated.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with love and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen.
So, this point, say thank you for coming to Temple Beth 4 for Shabbat services. And we have announcements and moving on to Kiddush. See, we've got grape juice and we also have wine. And we have people who are now passing that out. Hopefully they're not passing them, no. So we're going to do like some quick announcements. Mazel tov to the Freelanders. Woo! I got our shoes on. So, and moving right along. This is our Passover. We had an awesome group, awesome time. And the Hillel students at Passover, they did a great job of Kadesh Gortat. Now the reason I'm doing some of this is because I know that not all of you read newsletters. So we actually have the Ustream on this with the kids singing, and you can click on the link and go to our YouTube channel. Third night chocolate Seder was really pretty well attended. I think we had 35 or so students at John Travis Union, and everything is chocolate. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable chocolate, Chocolate. What's that? Dark chocolate, yes, there was some of that. But we did go to and they picked chocolate M&Ms. And there's some chocolate matzah back there. Just remember, Sunday is Pesach Sheni, so the custom is to actually have a little piece of matzah. Please know that there's some back there for you if you're interested. So we did our end of Passover. There's a tradition, 8th day of Passover, Moshiach's Nash, pizza and beer. There's a group of us, we almost had a minion that went to Reb Zalman's. Please raise your hand if you went to Ashland. Okay, so you can see the crew. Please ask them about it. It was way fun. Very, very cool. This was the mikvah up in Ashland. Very incredibly beautiful. And if you want to see these, we also put this on our Facebook. So go ahead, pass the That's one of the students. So anyway, this is Hot Springs, and their mikvah is it's just gorgeous. Thanks to the mitzvah makers, we have schlitzel or ki challah, which is actually, they say, a little like segula for pornos. So if you're needing income, okay, apparently, I sent this to Mike before Passover, and I said, Mike, this is so cool. And Mike's like, no worries, this is our first Shabbat post-Passover at Beth here in Paradise. So many thanks to Mike Benton and his official helper, Amy Auerbach. Amy, raise your hand. Where are you? Amy, thank you. Awesome job. So it's a key challah. So the challah is made like a key, and there's several varieties. Mike will probably explain more about that. Okay, so another mitzvah project, many thanks to Heather. Oh, Heather isn't here, but we do have her husband. So would you please come accept the spindle? Don't ask me how I got involved in this, but Mitch Ziegler seems to have alpaca fiber, and we have some people who are doing these great things like turning the fiber into thread, which somebody eventually, this is like a 2-year mitzvah project. So this goes to Miss Heather, who is actually going to, from this fiber, spin and create cool stuff. Yeah. Could take a while. All right, so another mitzvah project. Don't forget, we've got Andy Barkus. He is a person at North Tahoe who needs a donor desperately. He has acute leukemia and needs a match, HLA type match. So if you want to, actually there is a fee. If you can't pay the fee for the test of this cheek swab, then there are people who've donated money because you have to be between 18 and 60. So if you're in that age range, but it's a problem for you to come up with the $54, they have people who've already donated for that. So Andy has a Jewish Caring Circle. There's a website. It's pretty cool. We also have a worker who needs a job and a place to live. So Neil, if you could raise your hand. So Neil is very much in need of housing, emergency, temporary, as well as a job. So please, he's ready to work as a gardener, schlepper, office work, whatever it is you have, and the hourly wage is negotiable. Lag BaOmer party is on Thursday, May 10th at 6:30 during potluck and movies. So we're going to see Sharif, which is a cute sitcom, and if you want to know more about it, check out our website. Our community Shavuot is going to be an online learning session, so it's on Saturday night. Again, this year we've got Dairy Potluck's going to start. Temple Emmanuel has a panel of speakers, people from talking about their Shavuot experiences in Turkey and from Egypt, Jews living in those countries. So if you'd like to see that, come. Rabbi Khan is doing 7:30 to 8:15. Rabbi Appleby will be 8:15 to 9 o'clock. Then we've got some desserts, coffee break, Havdalah, Barbara Reese, our guitarist is going to be singing. And then I've got the 9:30 to 10 group. And then from 10:30 until dawn, like last year, we're back on for all night. Usually I do like the 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's great. So come to my house on Shabbat. We'd love to have you. And we do. We study all night. We need you for presentation. So anybody in the J101 is mandatory. If you're not in the Judaism 101 class, we still really, really need people because it's wonderful for people to come and do, like Barbara last year did this great creative project where we did like crepe paper, flowers. Yeah, that was cool. And, you know, Alan's got one that he's doing on Cover Kadisha coming up because he did this cool like computer thing to light up at the synagogue he was previously at. And you know they're making Aliyah, so really you should come like, you know, listen to Alan because they're going to be on in July, off to Israel. So, Simcha Sunday.
Okay, Simcha Sunday is June 24th, from 4 to 7 p.m. It's our 3rd anniversary.
Woohoo!
I know. So every year we have a party in June, and this year we thought we would again do a silent auction. We'll have a barbecue, a dairy potluck. We'll have our annual congregational meeting. And our update from the board members, I'll be giving a treasury presentation, and Diane will do the social media presentation, and Rev will do her vision presentation. We need volunteers, people who can donate for the silent auction. If any of you do crafts, we'd be happy to have you sell those crafts if you would be willing to be so kind as to donate a portion of it to TVOR. We need people for the setup and the cleanup as well. Last year we had the Simcha Sunday here at Paradise, and it went very well, and we thought we would do it again here, or maybe open it up to your opinions on maybe we should have it up at Galena Creek State Park, which has a reserved picnic area and horseshoes and volleyball court. So I wanted to open it up to you. What do you think? If this works well, then we'll have it here again, or if you'd like to maybe do it off-site at the state park.
Paradise Park.
Easy.
Here. Paradise Park.
Easy.
Galena. Okay, so, all right, I'm not seeing an overwhelming number either direction.
A lot of people actually just voted on it, so.
Yeah, a lot of people. Okay, should we like try that one more time? Okay, this is the choice. Either we're going to eat here at Paradise Park, do the barbecue, whatever, set up silent auction, et cetera, here, or we're going to do it at Galena Creek. So one more time, Paradise Park. Okay. Are you feeling? Okay, it's all right, overwhelming. All right, fine. We're going to be back here because we like all this place. I know. Okay, whatever. Good. All right.
Okay, so it's June 26th. It's a Sunday from 4 to 7. We'll have our dairy potluck, and Tom, our master barbecuer, will be barbecue lady.
Black bean burgers again.
So please contact me or Rev or Diane if you have any things for the silent auction, or if you have craft that you would like to have a table on.
Okay, please save the date, June 30th, 29th, Friday night, Saturday. Rabbi Meredith Kahn up at the lake, it's her installation. She's bringing in Rabbi Shofin, who is the Talmud chair from the Academy for Jewish Religion. Incredibly gifted Talmud teacher. So I'm sure he'll be teaching on Saturday, probably Saturday afternoon or evening. Try to make it up to the lake in North Tahoe at some point. Okay. Moving on, May happenings. We've got the next J101 class is May 19th. Temple Sinai Men's Club. Mark, you want to come and speak?
Temple Sinai Men's Club on the 20th. We're having a wine tasting first thing in the morning. Yes, and we can come too. And then on Sunday, the 3rd of June, we're having someone from the Jewish National Fund come. We'd love to have as many people come as possible.
Is there a meeting Sunday?
The next one is the 20th.
The next, okay, so the next men's club is the 20th. Come for early wine.
Early wine.
Okay. And then there's also the wine trip to May 19th and 23rd. Oops, canceled. Ooh, Sunday. Just the wine tasting, okay, all right. The trip was canceled, but the wine tasting is going, got it, okay. All right, so, moving on, read your newsletter. And join us on Facebook, because we send out lots of cool stuff. All right. We're on page 122.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshenu b'mitzvotav, v'rachmanu, v'shavat v'asham, v'ahava v'ratzon v'yidamanu. Zikron ma'aseh b'Bereshit, Kihu Yom Tefillah, V'Librei Kodesh, Zev Yitziat Yitzrayim, Kitshanu Laharta, Otanu Kidashta, Mekol Ha'alim, Shabbat Kodesh, Ahavat Ratzon, V'Naltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, V'kadosh HaShabbat.
Okay, so what our minhag, our custom is to quickly pull the tables out. I know some people in this transition,